Hey everybody, this is Jesus and Me Forever. I thought I'd kind of give an update with everything that's kind of gone on over the last few weeks and days, and it's kind of been crazy. I think the last time I was working on a garden, and I will turn the camera around and show you what I've done. Here's how my stuff is growing right now. I have bought two separate sets of strawberries from Walmart, and this is what I've got out of both of them. See, I had them put in here. I'd seen people, putting stuff similar to that, like that, and so I thought, I'll do it. It looks cute. I can hang it. Oh no, didn't do good at all. And I'm having to come move some stuff because I just noticed one of my plants is dying here because of all the rain we've had over the last 2 weeks and the last 2 days. These are my petunias, and it looks like an Easter egg is still in one of them. That's my chocolate mint, and I've taken some plants for Christina and roses and different things, and it's just kind of crazy right now. What's that supposed to be? That is not chives. So, I think I've just got in that now. There's our other roses, my cilantro, parsley, I think that's rosemary or thyme, and I think I don't have anything in there anymore. But it's like, as you can tell, we've had a lot of water over the last few days. My son is playing, of course. These are my irises. I'd gotten all the grass cleaned out, and as you can see, we've got grass coming back, and I've got water standing over here too. I cleaned out all that grass, and now we've got new grass, compliments of all the water moving stuff around, and I'd cleaned up to there. Well, my sweet hubby came in and he went ahead and rototilled the rest of this, and as you can tell, we don't have all the stuff still in yet, but I've got several 4 o'clock plants stuff, and we still have Lake Douglas back here. When I get under the tree. Yeah. So.
Douglas Pond.
Yeah, the ground is so saturated right now that we cannot even, it's not even soaking up. Normally, after a rain, this will be gone within a few hours. And right now, it is all still here. It's really kind of crazy. This is on top of all the things that have been going on with me. I don't think I told anybody what was going on. I really didn't want to share a lot of things that were going on with me whenever I was going through it. Sorry. Part of that privacy thing that I'm still trying to, learn how to share and open up. As you can tell here, this is my tomato. I've got tomato plants here with a few small tomatoes, and I put one in the top because it's like, the tomato roots don't generally go real deep. And so I thought, there's plenty of room in there for both of them. So I went ahead and put both. And they seem to be doing real good. They're not growing like they did out in the garden area. But it's not too bad. And so anyway, back to what I was saying about me. About 3 weeks ago, I went into the hospital for the weekend because I was in some severe pain and was throwing up, and I didn't know why. I just knew I was hurting real bad, and so I went in and saw the doctor, and she goes, you either have a kidney stone or you have a kidney infection. I'm going to treat you for the infection and send you over to the hospital to see if it's a stone. So we started treating for the infection. And I gotta show this real quick. I don't know if you guys can tell. Let me bend down here and kind of, the water is up to this, is above. It is just deep. That's how much water. This was empty. That was empty 2 days ago. That's how much water we've gotten over the last 48 hours. I mean, it was crazy yesterday. We had tornadoes here, but back to what went on. Went to the hospital, and they did a CAT scan, and came back that I had a 1/2-inch stone. And she goes, you can either wait for Monday, or you can go ahead and go to the hospital down in Oklahoma City. Well, I started throwing up again. I hadn't eaten very much for over 24 hours, and most of y'all who know me, you know I like my food. I'm not one to go without. I'm not a faster. And so it's like I went for 24 hours. I threw up everything I was eating, and so I'm like, okay, I can't handle this. Don't do that again. I can't handle this, and so the pain started getting worse, and I mean really bad for me. I mean, I'm a wimp. I will not lie. I am a wimp. I do not handle pain well at all. And so it's like I went to the hospital. I told Terry, I said, just take me to the hospital. I can't handle this. So they got me in the hospital, got the pain under control, and on the general whole, it was under control. It was bearable, I'll put it that way. I wasn't sitting there crying like I was, or whimpering like a little baby. And so anyway, I spent 3 days in the hospital, Friday night, Saturday night, and then Sunday they put a stent in from my kidneys down to my bladder, so that the stones would pass. And of course the 1/2-inch kidney stone is not going to pass even when you have a stent in, because it is so huge. So sorry, I'm trying to get out of the direct sunlight. So we went in, and so I went in, and they put the stent in, and I just kind of came home. First day, I did not feel like going into work. The next few days I went in, but I could only stay about half a day. By Friday, I was back up to a full day. I was so happy. And then that following Monday, I went in to have the lithotripsy done on the stone. And they did that, blasted it. I started passing stone, little pieces of stone almost immediately. And couldn't get the meds, either pain meds or Flomax immediately, because we just didn't have the money. We'd spent it all over the weekend with me in the hospital. And the previous weekend with me in the hospital, bills the next week, so we couldn't get anything. So anyway, I waited till Wednesday when my husband got paid, and we went and got the Flomax. They didn't have the pain pills, so I'm like, okay, I'll wait. And had to wait till I got paid on the 20th to go get my pain pills. So through all this, I've been they'd given me some pain pills in the hospital, or before I went into the hospital, and I was kind of using those sparingly, only when it got really bad. And so or they sent me home with some, I can't remember, but the doctor had issued some different pain pills after that, that were just a little bit different. And those are the ones that knocked me out, and this other one does not. So I take one of a morning whenever I knew I was going to work, to kind of, sparingly use them, and then come home and just sleep when I'd get home. And I did that for like a whole week, like I said. And sorry, I'm not one to look at the camera. I like looking around at the beautiful, beautiful green grass and everything. But so went in, did the lithotripsy, started passing the stones, finally got the medication that I needed, and we've still been going strong since. It's like, that was last Monday, a week ago from this last Monday is when I went in and did the lithotripsy. And it's like, I don't know, I haven't been passing too many stones lately, and it's not fun when I do, but hey, it's life. I don't have a choice in it. So I'm just doing what I gotta do. moving forward with what I got to do outside here now. We'll just take one step at a time. So right now, I'm still somewhat in some pain. I can't stand for super long periods of time. I have to sit for a little bit, kind of relieve the pressure from my kidneys to my bladder. But I'm doing a lot better. I can at least stand and do things. I can sit and do things. So I'm very happy about that. The only thing is with the summer months, I'm not getting paid as much. And my understanding is they only pay a certain amount for the summer months, so I'm not getting much. And so I've got to kind of step back and go, okay, what's my next step? You know, what am I going to do next? And because we've got bills coming up, and Terry's working a lot more. Terry's doing really good. We've kind of focused on my health issues lately, but he's been having more pain too, and just kind of reorganizing his week to accommodate it, I guess is the best way of putting it, because he's getting 40 hours in, but he has to kind of spread it out through Saturdays and Sundays to get those hours. And so that way he's not doing it all at once. He'd put in 14-hour days before all this was going on, and never blink an eyelash, you know. Of course, when he was done with those 14-hour days, he's like, I'm coming home, eating, and crashing. But I mean, what person would not with a 14-hour day? I'm sorry, those are long days. So those are just long. But anyway, otherwise we're doing good. As you can tell, we're kind of waterlogged right now. We're supposed to have more rain before the end of the week. I'm hoping the winds that we're having will dry up a lot of this stuff, so that, you know, we don't have a lot of issues like we are right now. My daughter told my son to take the clothes out and put them on the line. Well, my triangle is kind of waterlogged, and so I'm debating whether I even want to put clothes out right now, because with the wind, if it blows them off, they're going to have to go back in the washer anyway, like has already happened with one of them. My son was trying to put up one of the towels, and he's like, Mom, it blew it out of my hands. I couldn't get it. It was dragging the ground. And I'm like, okay, don't worry about it. You know, it's all right. We'll rewash it. So anyway, that's kind of what's going on here, what's gone on. I will try and do another update sometime within the next week or so, or whenever I feel like it. Right now we're in cleanup mode, trying to clean up the house, because like I said, I didn't really clean that much whenever I was doing all the other stuff, and now it's driving me crazy. So I've got to clean out the sheds, because the kids would just take stuff and throw it in the sheds. And now I want to get the sheds cleaned out. I want to get the house cleaned out, because, you know, I'm just tired of all this. So we're just taking one step at a time, and maybe one of these days I'll get brave enough and show you my yucky looking house. I don't know. At least right now, to me it's very yucky looking, but because it looks like a hoarder's house right now. I'll just be honest, it looks like a hoarder's house. And I have been a hoarder, but I've been trying to get out of that, and I'm ready to get rid of stuff. It is very overwhelming with all the stuff that I have. And so I'm trying to find a fairly dry piece of land to walk across, and I'm not succeeding. But like I said, my house looks like a hoarder's house at this moment. I'm not happy about that. So, I mean, because it's not stuff that I want, but at the same time, I don't want to throw all the kids' toys out. I don't want to throw all my stuff out. So I'm just taking one step at a time. And we'll, as God directs, we're trying to do one room at a time, get that room clean, and then turn around and do another room. But it takes a bit, because we've got to figure out places to put everything whenever there's no storage room. So, anyway. So, well, that's our lives, and I think I'm going to end this because I'm sure you guys are bored to tears hearing my story. So anyway, God bless. Y'all have a great day, and we will talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.